Good evening, everybody. We are here at the Brandon E. Church softball complex on the campus of South Caldwell High School between a number 1 matchup in Weddington and a number 3 South Caldwell. As far as things go here today, we'll be talking to you the whole time. I'm Jerry Whitman. This is my co-host, Heath Degenhart. And Coach, what do we expect in today's game? What do you think?
Man, what a great matchup here. I guess the last day of the regular season for both of these before we head into the conference tournament. Both teams at the top of the state in the West. Potential preview of maybe a state playoff matchup. Just really excited for a game between two really good teams.
Oh, absolutely. I tell you what, South Caldwell's coming in at 20-2 on the season. Their only 2 losses being to conference rival Alexander Central, who's ranked 2nd in the state. And they're, this tough Weddington crew coming in. What's their record?
They are 18-1 after their win this morning.
Okay.
Beat High Point Christian, the close game here. So they are 18-1 now, and their only loss to Marvin Ridge so far. They've split with them. So great softball conference down there. And that's where we're at.
So 1 loss to Marvin Ridge, and then they avenged that loss. Obviously, I guess they've played them twice.
Yep.
So they avenged that loss. And South Caldwell, they look to maybe avenge their 2 losses in the conference tournament next week. And we'll see how that goes, because they both have to get to the championship game for that to happen. But they are the number 1, number 2 seeds, with Alexander Central being the number 1 seed in the conference tournament. South Caldwell being a number 2 seed. And I guess each of them will have a bye in the first round. And then we'll see who they play after. But it looks like it might be a good showdown if they both get there. It's something I know everybody around here looks forward to.
Yeah.
And both stadiums, no matter where they are packed all the time. So speaking of packed crowd, we've had a really good turnout for the Easter Classic here. Right now, there's a good couple hundred people here right now sitting, and with more people walking in. So
we got people from everywhere. We've seen Alexander Central shirts. We've seen West Forsyth. Obviously, A.C. Reynolds and West Wilkes played here earlier. They've stuck around to watch this. There's a lot of interest just for this, especially this game right here being the last game of the day. A lot of people came out to see this one, the marquee matchup.
Oh, yeah. And the game we just watched with West Wilkes and A.C. Reynolds, that West Wilkes team is tough. They're going to give somebody fits, buddy.
They can hit it.
They can hit the softball.
Put up a lot of runs, good pitching, good defense.
Yep.
Just all-around good team.
Oh, 100%. And as we're taking infield right now, just kind of looking around the diamond, looks like we got Bella Smith starting at first. We got Sydney Bumgarner at shortstop, McKenna Young at second, Mallory Weinbarger at third, and also McCartney Harrington behind the dish. And I guess Maddie Moore's towed it up in this game. So that'll be a big test for the freshmen.
Absolutely. Big spot. Zaylee Brown pitched this morning. So Coach Justice and South Caldwell are going to go with the freshman Maddie Moore in the circle. Big test here against a really good team.
100%. And I tell you what, those girls both have pitched really well. And speaking of big-time experience, we've played really good teams all year.
Yeah.
We've played teams at one time. Both teams here on the field today have been ranked number 1 in the state at one point, which Weddington is now. And Alexander Central, as far as the polls go, in some polls they're ranked number 1. So those girls have pitched or are going to pitch against a number 1 team from each bracket as far as 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A. Yeah, and that's outstanding. You can't say that for a lot of these pitchers.
Absolutely. Talking to somebody earlier, and they said, this is when it gets fun.
Yeah.
And this, they've been working since middle of February for these types of games and these types, this part of the year, where you get, next week with the conference tournament and then going into state playoffs, everything's magnified, everything's so much bigger. So, how can you not love being out here today for something like this?
Beautiful, beautiful day. Actually, it was so beautiful we had to put a tent over us to keep from getting sunburned. As soon as we did that, clouds showed up and covered the sun up, so it's still comfortable underneath here.
And the wind started.
And the wind started going crazy for about 30 seconds. You know how it is when you're out on the beach and the wind's picking up and you can't put your tent up. That's exactly what it did for the first 2 minutes we were trying to put this thing up. Now the wind's completely dead. The flag's hanging low. But anyway, South Caldwell just finishing up their round of infield. Looks like Weddington's getting ready to go out and take theirs. As far as they've only lost 1 game, so you have to assume that they can pitch the ball well and they can defend well. So just looking at them, they look like they're ready to go too.
Yeah, you go down their schedule, they've got a bunch of those games where you're giving up 0 runs, 1 run, 2 runs, and then they're putting the bat on the ball and winning games by a big margin. And like we said, that's a tough conference down there with Weddington, Marvin Ridge, Cuthbertson's in there. South Caldwell played Cuthbertson last year in the state playoffs.
That's right.
So yes, it's a good league, and they're no slouch. They're not playing any low competition. They're playing some of the best too. So yeah, absolutely, all around pitcher. Joella Thomas committed to Lenore Ryan right now. Got a really good rise ball, so we're excited to see her throw today.
Oh yeah,
in the circle against this Spartan lineup.
And I'll tell you what, it's just anytime you get to see two good teams play, it's a treat for anybody watching, because if you're at this top, or you're at the top of the league, and yours and theirs at the top of the state, you know you're going to get some good softball, and these fans in for a real treat.
And how lucky are we? We've been asked to do this a few times, and every game has been just
it's been amazing.
Games.
Yeah, it's been amazing. And I tell you what, as far as hitting the softball, South Caldwell can hit it. Against Alexander Central, it was a combined 30-some runs that both of those teams put up against each other. So those two teams can hit. You said Weddington's been, putting up big numbers too. So we'll see how these pitchers do against these lineups today. Hopefully we come out on top, but even if we don't, we're going to see some good softball.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we've talked about it, but it's a good test as we head into the big games here in a couple weeks.
Outstanding. And I'm assuming next week for Weddington, they're also going to be in a conference tournament.
I believe so, yeah.
Because, like you said earlier, these are, I think, last 2 regular season games for both of them.
Yeah.
Chris Ackerman behind us right here. Big-time principal at Granite Falls Middle School.
Had to insert himself into this.
Yeah, listen, he's out there. I saw him working on the field a minute ago. He's pumped up. He's out there having a rock, paper, scissors game with a couple of them. Wanted to get on the drag machine and drag it around, but Aaron Morse is doing that, so thank goodness.
Yeah.
As far as Weddington goes, Coach, they pretty young team? Are they an older team?
You go through it, looks like a bunch of juniors and seniors, so a little bit older.
Yeah, a little bit older. That's good.
Obviously, last year when South Caldwell lost that game in the state playoffs to Northwest Guilford, the winner of that one went on to play Weddington, which Weddington won that series for the Western Final and went on to lose to Garner in the state championship series.
Yep.
2 close games. But, we almost had this matchup in the state playoffs last year. Possible we have it in a few weeks.
Yep. Potential late round matchup. And if we're getting there and playing them, it means that we're pretty close to being in the state finals. And this could potentially be a West Finals matchup.
Yeah, absolutely.
And obviously you can't throw Marvin Ridge out of that. You can't throw Alexander Central out of that. And with those 4 teams, and you feel like there's a couple more in there where you're like, that's a tough team to play. If they make it to that West Final, they've done something.
Yep.
I mean, they've done something, because very, very good teams across the state in the West.
Yeah. Especially in the 4A West, too. There's good softball in the state, no matter the classification. But this 4A West is tough. So it's with the teams that we've mentioned, and then there's several others that are going to want to have their names in that conversation as well.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And hopefully some of them watching today going, hey, talk about us, talk about us. Well, I tell you what, hopefully later on down the road we'll get to talk about everybody, because if we make a deep playoff run, we may see several of them. And that would be really something to look forward to, because we plan on doing this for every playoff game, I'm assuming.
Hey, anytime
we're going to try to be back with it. So, and in saying that, I'd like to thank Jason McGinnis and for helping get this set up. And I don't know that he'll want to say anything. He likes to stay off the camera, but we just want to thank him for setting this up and allowing us to come out here and do this and getting permission from South Caldwell. And it's always something that everybody can look forward to. What's his website? What's his website?
Blue Bear Production. He said find him on YouTube at Blue Bear Productions. That's it.
That's it, baby.
That's the easiest way to do it.
I like to let you get them YouTubers in there.
Good camera crew we got all the time. Hold it down. They do the hard part. We just talk.
Oh, I know. There's cameras located center field, behind home plate, down the left field line. Do we have anything down the right field line as well? just those two, but it does a great job catching all the action, and they can zoom in on it. You're getting a good look at it right now from up top, from behind, and from the center field. Looks great. Jason puts a lot of time in this and takes a lot of pride in doing it. Coach, we're almost there. Dragging the field. As soon as they drag this thing, we'll probably do lineups, national anthem, and get after it. As far as umpires go today, two pretty good umpires we got here in this championship game, or actually I guess last game of tournament, not really a championship game, but for a big-time game, these guys, they do a good job.
It's a big assignment.
It is a big assignment. And we've had, the guy behind the plate, Braithwaite, we've had him several times in our middle school games. So he is polished up and down the board, middle school, high school, does it all.
If he's behind the plate, you're in good hands.
Oh, 100%.
The whole game will be fine.
Does an outstanding job, keep control of the game, good balls and strikes guy. And if there's a running lane, you bet he's going to point it out, and it's there for safety.
That's it.
Absolutely. And I hope he sees this feed and gets a little chuckle out of that. And anybody that umpires with him definitely will. And just kind of thinking next week, and I don't think we're going to be able to do any of the conference tournament game, even though the conference tournament is here. Okay, we're gonna try to reboot the system. We're having a little negativity on our feed, and then you guys can try to log back in if it kicks you off. We're gonna keep talking either way. So if you get it, great. If you don't, tune back.